Good day, lords and ladies, and welcome back to Pillars of Eternity with me, Cornish-Knight, and Gwen, Ravenheart, and Space Pig, as our rather bruised, battered, and rather worn-out associates. She's got a concussion, so her head is ringing, like stagger through the wilderness as they're trying to make their way to Cadnoir. Just spend time travelling with Durance, bring Elder to speak of Merlwald. That's actually having something that I haven't done. I haven't talked to Durance yet. I need to do that, and I've got some books and stuff to read. Right. We can't go to the bridge because we're in the wrong place. We could go to Easternwood. That will open it up to going to the castle up here. But there's no way we can get into the castle, honestly. This is a pretty big world, if you guys haven't noticed. I should have probably sewn it off. It's a pretty open world to explore. But we need to go to Cadnoir. Yep. Right. The Old Watcher. Travel to Cadnoir. Enter the keep.
Leave it to me.
Oh, there's someone here.
Just say the word.
Cheerful humming. Canna. Just off the side of the path to Cadnoir stands an imposing figure, a tall, thick-set Ormua, clad in worn armour and peering out at the outer walls of the keep. In his hand is a small piece of charcoal, and it works feverishly at taking notes upon a small scrap of paper. More than once he has reached up to prevent his colourful cap from flying off his head as he gazes upwards. "What are you doing over there?" inquires Gwen, pointedly. The man looks up at you, blinking in surprise. His face splits in a wide and very toothy grin as he waves at the parchment in greeting. "Killing time, if I'm honest," he chuckles. "I've already walked this perimeter twice. There are names scratched upon some of the bricks, just there. Workers and masons, I expect, craving a little immortality for themselves." He looks up at the wall again, expressed and formed. "It's a fine keep, Cadnoir, 2 centuries to its name, and abandoned for nearly as long."
But the truly interesting part is in there, and I haven't had much luck in reaching the keep itself. I hoped to find the master of this place, a man by the name of Merlwald, but it seems that he either holds his privacy most dear, or else has been devoured by his house guests.
"Why haven't you gone inside?" inquires Gwen, pointedly. "Well, it's just that there are a great many dangerous creatures between the keep and I. I did make an attempt, of course, and I was chased away by dark spirits." Ugh, Gwen remembers the last time she fought dark spirits. "What do you want with Merlwald?"
Knowledge. Or, to be less clever about it, a certain text. I've come in search of a great treasure, you see. Not gold or silver, but the Tanvi Oratoa. You might call it the Book of Virtues. It's a sacred text of Rauatai, but we possess only a small fragment of it.
"A year I've journeyed in search of the rest, and I found evidence suggesting that the original lies beneath the keep. I want to ask Merlwald if he knows of it. And friend, what are you here for?" "That is none of your concern." I'm going to play her a bit more gruff because obviously I need to keep her disposition in the right setting, and that is none of your concern, requires Gwen sharply. "I mean no offence. I only thought you could help one another. I am sure we could reach the keep without trouble together, or at least with very brief trouble." "Let us go meet Merlwald, then," you reply grimly, as you let a sigh of frustration.
Excellent. Lead on, my friend, and I will be at your heels. Wait. Speaking of that, I ought to warn you first. Wondrous teeth, I nearly forgot. I have, at times, been followed. It began in Adir, and in Exometal they attacked outright. I believe they do not wish for me to find what I am looking for. I say believe, but I have been told as much by one of my would-be assassins. I paid them little mind. Humorless swords in long robes. But it's why I bought the sword, you see. And it's only fair that you should know.
You seem very calm about this, you reply sharply.
Well, it's not as if I'm going to turn around and go home at their urging. If their previous efforts are anything to go by, we have very little to worry about.
You request time and tide. Okay, so we've got another companion. What's this?
Following your lead.
Phrases. Oh, he's a chanter. Chanters spend most of their time in combat speaking chants. Chants are arranged strings of magical phrases that produce different effects. At one phase ends, the effects will linger and overlap with the effects of the next phase. When a chant reaches the end of the final phase, it will loop back to begin. The carefully arranging the phrases can produce a powerful sequence of passive effects. Click on a chant to select it, then click a phrase. Click on a chant to select it. Phrases are clicked on the left panel will be added to the selected chant. If you wish to remove a phrase, click on the phrase click on the phrase in the chant. Okay. So he has that one. At the start of it, at the side of the comrades, their hearts grow bold. Embodies allies with the area of effect, giving bonuses to fortitude and will. Right. So apparently, yeah, so it goes, that quickens. So we're going to do a second chant, which is this one. Followed by that one, okay. Actually, let's switch that around. There we go. Can we put another one in? Yeah, that seems about fine. So he's got a musket. Oh, these, you have to chant the phrases, whereas 3 phrases chanted. He has to basically keep saying them. So what gear does he have? He's got an arquebus, which is a slow, it's extremely slow, but it's high damaging range weapon. And he's got a 2-handed claymore. Okay. At some point I get the feeling I'm probably going to have to drop Rose. I like Rose a lot, don't get me wrong, but I'd rather have named NPCs because, in my experience,
Just say the word.
they're more colourful and they have a bigger party, like they have a bigger range. Right, so I'm probably going to have him sift over. Is it a great sword? Yeah, to the estoc. It's only piercing though. I mean, the problem with having the musket is that his range is really limited, so I'd have to bring him in close for his chanting to be effective. I'm just gonna have a quick look around the outside the castle first. Man, he moves slowly. Or is it the pig slowing him down? Skinbon. What is that? I haven't seen that before. So, wrong thing. Scanbon. The small blue-grey mushroom cap. The small blue-grey cap mushroom is typically found growing under leaves on the leaf litter, which has earned them association with quick save, with the quiet slave, whatever that means. I mean, we can craft stuff. Aim. Resistant against the elements. We could do that would be quite good. The problem is I'm trying to save my money. Let's have a look up around here, see if there's anything first up around here. Okay. One shattered cask still smells faintly of ale long spilled into the dirt. So this must have had like a real amount of infrastructure if you think about it. Because this is I'm not gonna lie folks, this isn't a small keep. This is like serious fortress level fortifications. I mean, even in medieval times, if you had something that was like this heavily constructed, this would be like a serious fortress. Like, most castles were small in comparison. Right, let's see if we can get around the side. Okay, this is a dead end. Right, so we're going to go through the top. Through the main gate. I don't like this. I need to adjust my positioning. I should probably do it like that, to be honest. Because at least he can throw down in melee, the mage really can't.
It looks like this place has been abandoned for years.
Which doesn't bode well for trying to find who we're trying to find, unfortunately. What's this, an amphitheatre? No, it's not. What is that? Shadow, okay. Begin your chant, yeah. I don't want to throw spells against it yet. I'm pretty sure it's going to be immune to that. Yeah, it can't be sickened, it's immune to disease, grounded, hobbled, poisoned. Have to hit it. Oh, there's a lot of them. Oh, Gwen has got stunned, which sucks. Right. Move here. Fire it off these things because we need these guys dead. Gilda's frozen by the electrical one. And that's teleported behind him, so you need to smack that one up. Keep focusing on this one. You focus on that one. You focus on this one. Let off another magical missile against these two. You keep shooting that one. Gwen is getting herself beaten badly by this thing.
Hey.
Yes?
Right, so we
Just say the word.
killed off what were those things? Sorry, wrong thing. Sorry, wrong thing again. Right. Weren't wisps. There we go, shadows. Shadows are created when creatures with heavy fractured souls die without re-entering the cycle of rebirth. Because their souls are damaged, they drain essence from other creatures in a futile attempt to repair themselves. The more essence they steal, the more powerful and dangerous it becomes. They devour essence and they pick up pieces of corporal matter, giving them a visible, if indistinct, form. Luckily, shadows can only draw a small bit of spiritual energy from the soul still attached to a body or bound to an object. They mainly rely on creatures like the Pragrag, who can draw souls out of their physical form to help them attain the essence they crave. Shadows have been known to draw spiritual energy from people while they sleep, when the souls are not bound as strongly to their bodies. This results in horrible nightmares that leave the person in an exhausted state the next day. If an entire town suddenly begins to suffer from nightmares, it's highly probable that a strong shadow is taking up residence there. Since shadows absorb spiritual energy, they appear invisible to creatures that rely on spiritual sight. This has led to experiments in binding shadows to armor and other objects to act as a cloak to obscure those who do not wish to be seen by such creatures. So that's the base shadow. Severe trauma. The basic ones are made from severe trauma, particularly a violent death. Unlike lost souls, which are incapable of interacting with beings or being detected by normal mortals, phantoms maintain a connection to the physical world. They attack other life forms without discrimination. Phantoms can also be a manifestation of Kith who have lived particularly chaotic lives, and also of those associated with the mental ill. Right, and then we have... Oh, that was the more powerful version, was it? Yeah, that was the lightning one.
Just say the word.
Her health is low. I don't think I have... What's this? One side of the pillar is graved with hundreds of worlds and ridges, even layer of grime and moss, of the older gleam. Is that me, or does that look like a hand? Because that really looks like a hand. There's only one way to see. The trapdoor has been battered by the elements and tugged on the rusted handle only produces a heavy rattle. Yeah. Oh, what the small flame blight, okay. Let's get it. Oh, it's immune to fire damage. Okay. Okay. I'm probably going to need you to switch out to your sword for this and charge it and help me buy some time. I don't have any ice spells. This is gonna suck. Knock it down, buy us some time. Oh, these things are tough. Where's Rose? She's out of her killed it?
Just say the word.
Okay. We got Primal Flame, which is nice. Don't I actually need that to enchant something? Secondary damage, perhaps. Burning Last, yeah. I might do that actually. Most things tend to be susceptible to fire. How much money do I have? Yeah, let's do that. Let's enchant. Right, how much cash? I've just got over $1,000. Okay.
I'm on it.
And now her sword is aflame. Shame it doesn't sew. Yeah, it doesn't sew on the thing, unfortunately, which is not fantastic.
Just say the word.
Would have been cool if it did. On the actual, there's another one there. Oh, it's a will-o'-the-wisp as well. I hate these. Just gang up on them at this point. We really don't want these things getting the drop on us. Spiritual residue.
Yeah.
There were those flame immortal creatures. What are they? Flame blight. These amorphous clouds rapidly swirl with violent energy. Within the maelstrom, dozens of humanoid shapes materialize and vanish with an instant, faces screaming in silent agony, while hands desperately clutch and claw at the air around them. Bilwick spirit winds are these storms are known, often create blight, their souls ripped from the bodies and caught in the centre of the storm. They have become stuck together and bound with other elemental substances in the maelstrom. They are pure chaos and confusion, and destroying them is considered a mercy to the souls trapped within. Experimenting with blight creation is yet another questionable activity to earn animators a bad reputation in many circles. Some see it as dangerous and inhumane, others as a means to an end. The creation of blights is an accusation many fearful Kith leveler animators. Right, so this is a small, yeah, okay, this is a small one. It's immune to piercing, immune to burning and freezing. Yeah.
Can do.
Right, let's get up this way. We need to clear the castle out. And I wonder why there's a giant stone hand in the middle of the keep. What the...
Leave our village! We've done nothing to you!
Just say the word.
You can't do this!
Spectral smoke churns all around you. At first you see nothing except the haze, but gradually you make out a wizened, hunched shape of an old elven man. His face and his bony arms are smeared with paint. You can't do this, he shakes his hand, spitting the words at you. You listen quietly.
This is our village, our home! The Nine Claws have lived here almost 50 generations. We were here long before your kind brought war to our lands. You can't just burn
Shudders
it
with-
all.
He shudders with a cough.
Have mercy, soldier! Our warriors have all gone. You can't burn us all because of them.
After a pause, he draws back and gapes at you in horror, seeming in response to something you didn't actually say, but a illusory tongue of flame flickers at the corners of your vision. He reaches out to you and opens his mouth to say something, but all that emerges is a series of violent coughs. He falls to his knees, choking on the thick smoke. Flames overtake the vision as you back away. Man,
Just
okay.
say the word.
Well, sucks to be you, mate. Right, let's go for this guy then. Dead?
Just say the word. Can
Okay,
do.
yeah, it's dead. I just want to check out the outside of the castle before we go inside. There's something back there, obviously. That's blocked off. This is a pretty... Oh, okay, this is a serious fight now. Okay, we need to get ready. Okay, there's a lot of them. Okay, no messing around. Smack him down. I haven't got a lot of spells left. Beat down that one. Blind that one because he's coming up. No, I need to have something that's more magical missile. Here we go. Oh, they're ganging up on my caster at the back. Okay. Go for him. Switch out to your sword and start stabbing. You're in a real state, mate, so you need to get that off. Will of the Wisp. You two smack on him. You go around and beat that one. Come on. Oh, caster's really badly off. Okay. You don't actually need to do second wind. You need to just straight up punch this guy. You need to do second wind on yourself right now, otherwise you're going to keel over and die. You need to do sacred flame. You need to go and help these guys out. come on. Whew. Is it still alive?
Just say the word.
Okay. More dark essence.
Can
Health
do.
is running low. There's stuff there we can pick up. More dark essence. The problem is I haven't got really
say
enough
the word.
magical weapons to go up against these guys. Because spirits and like fighting Will of the Wisps and stuff is not an easy undertaking.
Leave it to
Because
me.
they've all got a lot of damage resistance. Where haven't we gone? We haven't really explored through here. Yeah, I knew there was one here. That was quick. Take it.
Yeah.
At least we're getting enough dark essence. Lizard skin, knuckle bones, and teeth of various sizes lie amongst the
Leave it
wood.
to me.
Why is there a giant stone hand? That's what I want to know. Tangled wires and broken gears litter these wooden boxes. And there's another one. Okay. You block him. Gwen, you go for him. You help her. Ah, they're teleporting. Seriously? That's not good. Right. Okay. This calls for... I don't have many spells left. Right. This'll have to do for now. Switch out for your sword. So everybody's regenerating stamina. You beat on him. You beat on him. I need you to start casting area of effect spells down here. You get down here and help out. And you pop that. Because it'll keep our stamina up. While you two continue to wheel on this one. Whew, okay.
I'm on it.
We're gonna have to rest soon. I'm burning through a lot of my spells. Right, we're clearing it out. Frayed lengths of rope and few flint chips are scattered across this workbench. Man, the dead really don't want us to be around here. Only weeds grow in this dusty patch. Right, so that's like a garden of some sort. And there's stuff up here. The hedges just grow in saggy heaps and sop through with weeds and tall. So that's a maze, is it? Looks like it. So we can go in here. Bright hollow. The sour odour of rancid grain and spoiled fruit permeates the air. Dust and rust. Rusted utensils cover the countertop. Was this an inn once? I mean, this is a pretty imposing fortress if you're having stuff like inns and a whole host of other things. The shelves creak underneath the books. Many are covered in unmolted with mildew. Cobwebs bind the remains of broken lambic, lembic, a cracked mortar, and various scattered bottles and vials to the table.
Yeah.
So, an alchemy lab, perhaps? I mean, this is like a really impressive building. I mean, what was this fortress? Because like, this isn't something you just get in like a tiny fort. This is like serious, like citadel level stuff. Like, you have to understand that most forts didn't have very much. You'd probably have like a blacksmith and a storehouse and maybe a very like depending where you were, it might have somewhere to stay the night. Like this is like a big inn. Like you've got a whole host of stuff. The rat skitter amongst the broken stairs. We can't go up. Okay. I mean, this must have been really important once. The stealth skill is used to avoid detection. I mean, this is like impressive levels of stuff. This is big. I mean, this is a big keep. You've got a lot of buildings in it. It's impressive. I mean, this isn't like a small-sized place. That entranceway is blocked out. Okay. Right, my health isn't great. And it's still midday. I want to just step inside the castle quickly. Right, okay. The athletic skill is used to perform actions and jumping in scripted interactions. Right, the old watcher. The journal. Adar has agreed to travel with me. This is all like the side stuff. Ruan, Kana Rua, and Ormua from the northern islands of Ratai have come to Deerwood in search of sacred texts, or the Book of Virtues. After a long year's search, he believes that he has tracked the text to a tablet within the buried ruins beneath the keep at Cad Noir. He is eager to explore the ruins and asks for my assistance in doing so. Until then, he seems happy enough to accompany my travels, where he sheepishly admits that it is part due to being pursued by mysterious assassins. Okay. We have entered the keep. Cad Noir is impressive in size, if little else. The keep is completely in disrepair, but if old Millward is still lord of this place, then I'm likely to find him within. The keep seems abandoned. There are spirits here, as there were in Gilded Vale. Creatures too, it seems. I have to explore further to find my answers.
You think he'd be mad if we sat in his chair? He doesn't have to know.
Whispers of the Yeanwood. When the Earl of Yeanwood appointed Cad Edhart, the young lord feared the spirits that would. When the Earl of Yeanwood appointed Cad Edhart, the young lord feared the spirits that were rumoured to dwell under the young castles as foundations. He spent a sizable sum to have the black human steel blade fords shipped to Eastern Reach for engraving by the Earl's Glanfath and slave artisans and enchanted in New Dread. Cafed is known to have used a sword in the Battle of Old Gilran and helped the neighbouring Raedric suppress an uprising in Gilded Vale, but there is no record of using it in Cad Noir. Over time, Cafed began to believe that the sword had been cursed by the Glanfath and artisans who decorated it. He confided in those close to him that he thought the spirits of the dead were speaking to him through the blade while he slept. One evening, against the pleas of his wife and soldiers, the maddened Cafed carried the sword deep into the misty woods of Glanfath. His body was never recovered, but next road warden, the Earl assigned to Cad Noir, found it waiting for him on the throne in the keep's great hall. None of the soldiers could explain how the sword had appeared there. No road warden has carried the sword since that day. Because that isn't bloody creepy enough. So that reduces our will but increases our constitution. Okay. I'm not really no, what's that? Slashing and piercing. That's crushing damage. That's why I'm keeping this around for the crushing damage. What has he got? He's got a crossbow and he's got that, which is slashing. It's not as good, to be honest. Really not as good. Reliable, but it does tell slaying spirits. So it changes his willpower. Yeah, reduces will, but increases constitution. Okay. Why does his sword glow nicely? Does it glow in the image?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe it's just a bug with mine then. Here we go. Right. Bulk up, folks. This is going to be brutal.
Yes?
Okay. We've got no spells left. So you've got to have to punch that one in the face. You gang up on him. Where's Gwen? You had to fight that one. Fight this one. Magical spells, if you please. Focus on the one that's trying to get you from there. Another mana spell, please.
Yeah.
Finally, he's cast enough. That should do it. He's chanted enough that he can get up. You cast your battle thing. I don't really want to use any more spells if I can in case something else jumps us. You keep pounding on that guy. Everybody else keep smacking on this one. Phew. Right, there's stuff about. Grey and brown pelt of mice filter between the boards, okay. Man, my people are starting to hurt. Steward, as you come to the end of the Great Hall, you perceive an inviting warmth radiating from the grand throne, wrought out of marble. Its masterful art and artistry out of place amidst the castle's more practical stonework. The veiled face of a woman is carved above the throne's backing, watching over the room with hollowed eyes. As you approach, you feel the warmth fluctuate, as though stirring, a voice ringing out from the carving, permeating the fortress through the stone and air.
Another watcher in Cadnua, glowing very brightly indeed to these eyes. What strange happenstance.
You know what I am, replies Gwen sharply.
One could hardly mistake it. You're burning like a candle. Of course, I also know what to look for. In any case, I assume you're here looking for Maywald.
Are you imprisoned in that throne, you inquire?
Imprisoned? At times it feels that way, I suppose. But it's more that I reside here. The throne was brought up from the ruins. One of the first things they found. As a last favor to a dying woman, the Earl arranged for me to be moved into it. Audra is an accommodating vessel for a soul. Oh, it's not as confining as it seems. I can feel the whole keep from here, and all things that are tied to it. There's something about this throne and its construction. Or maybe it's something about this place.
Any idea where I can find Marlwald?
I can feel his presence faintly somewhere deeper inside the keep. But he uses his gifts to confound me, and my senses are dulled while he does so. I only wish I could know his mind.
Tell me about Marlwald.
He was a great man. He came here one day, young with long hair and polished armor, and he banished the dark things that had come to lurk in this place after centuries of neglect. He could see the beauty of this place, the way it had been, so he claimed it for his own when no one else would take it. We worked together to restore it. But he began to grow distant some time ago. He never told me why. He retreated deeper and deeper into the keep, never leaving, sending servants for food, hiding himself from my sight. The restoration stopped. Now, to look at the place, You'd never know the progress we've made. In most places, it's worse than it ever was. And all I can do is watch it crumble around me.
This is like worrisome because he seems to care more about having the castle repaired than she does about the people living in it. So we'll have to be careful of her. Farewell.
Take care in your search. Many dangers lie in wait here.
Right, this is where we're going to end for now, ladies and gentlemen. We've talked to the talking statue, and I'm nervous about her. I don't know, there's just something about her. She seems to be more caring, she cares more about the castle than she does about its occupants. Anyway, I am Cornish-Knight. If you have liked, please press the like button. If you wish to subscribe, please press the subscription button. You can follow me on Twitter, you can follow me on Steam, or leave a comment in the comment section and I will get back in contact with you. This has been Pillars of Eternity, and I shall see you all next time. Good